not mean closing on a three-point shooter and getting into his airspace.
Kelly Olynyk had points and he had rebounds in game 2, but he hurt them with a foul like this or not doing the correct thing defensively or inappropriate shot selection in the fourth quarter. I love the fact that he's scoring and he's doing a good job on the boards, but he's been in this league long enough. He's got to play intelligently.
Markieff Morris hit the first of the 3 free throws with 44 seconds to go. His second one is no good. Morris.
What are they from the free throw line, Kesty? That's the 4th one they've missed.
Tonight they are 5 of 9. Lakers 13th in the postseason rankings, hitting 2 out of 3 as Markieff Morris, 75% from the free throw line in the postseason.
2-for-1 opportunity. Miami needs to do a good job finishing this quarter.
26-20 Heat with Butler up high, looking, holding. Now puts it on the deck against Kuzma as he dribbles to the right, hands it off to Hero. Hero at the top, now to Olynyk with 6 to shoot. Down to the baseline, Butler with 4. Dribbles out Butler, now to the free throw line, spins, fades, hits the front rim, no good. Shot clock off for the Lakers here with 15 seconds to go in the first.
Really good defensive possession by Los Angeles. Didn't allow him to get a good shot anytime during the 24 seconds.
James passes with 7, down to Caruso, up top Markieff. Back to LeBron, ball fake and drive, 2 seconds, corner 3, Kuzma, good! At the horn of the first quarter, and the Lakers, who were down 13, only down 3 go into the second.
Huge missed opportunity, mistakes by you, a couple of turnovers, a bad foul, and the Lakers finally find some rhythm as a shooting team.
Despite 10 turnovers in the first quarter, the Lakers only down 3. Miami 26, Lakers 23. Through 1 in game 3. This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, you can buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $27.99. And as a bonus, you'll score a $10 gift card by mail-in rebate. That's like a cherry on top of the cherry on top of your oil change. So get $10 back by mail when you buy a jug of Mobil 1. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales price does not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 10/31/20.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World. The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for a table at a restaurant.
Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party... Oh, there you are.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World. Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
And now more Straight Talk from Straight Talk. The big wireless companies say they're the only way to get the best coverage.
Because they've got like a gajillion cell towers?
Something like that. But Straight Talk Wireless runs on those same towers, so you get the same great networks for up to 50% less.
I wonder if they're counting that one in Kickapoo, Kansas.
Oh boy. Switch today and get our unlimited plan for just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds and no contract. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
Are you ready for a Monday night in Lambeau?
Hey, time to go have some fun now.
Are the Falcons ready to get their season on track?
Time to go to work.
Are the Packers ready to keep firing on all cylinders? Matt Ryan is ready to air it out.
Hey, I want 6.
Aaron Rodgers is ready to keep being Aaron Rodgers. Are you ready for Monday night? Falcons, Packers, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series. The Houston Astros and the Oakland A's go head-to-head at Dodger Stadium in a best-of-5. The Astros and A's, Monday on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
I'm Kevin Winter. A basket, not even 10 seconds into the game, it seemed like. And then Miami went on a run to go up by 13. But just like game 1,
James passes with 7, down to Caruso, up top Markieff. Back to LeBron, ball fake and drive, 2 seconds, corner three, Kuzma, good! At the horn of the first quarter, and the Lakers, who were down 13, only down 3 going to the second.
Now, in game one, the Lakers led by 3 at the end of one. This time, they are down 3, but they got to feel like that's a win for how they started. 26-23. Let's go to the second quarter here in game 3 of the NBA Finals. Back to Orlando with PJ and Doris. Here's Kesty.
All right, thanks a lot, Kev. An 11-4 close to the quarter, and all 11 of those points, Doris, Kyle Kuzma and Markieff Morris.
Well, they shot it well from 3, a combined 3 for 4, but this game changed when Jimmy Butler went off the floor for the Miami Heat. Now, he played 9:46. PJ, I mean, can you play him every minute of the rest of the 3 quarters?
I guarantee you, if Spo had it to do again, he would have played them all 12 in the first quarter because the bench just didn't perform for Eric Spoelstra. Andre Iguodala, Kelly Olynyk, Kendrick Nunn, Solomon Hill, they got outscored 11-4 by the Laker reserves.
Miami with a 3-point lead to open the second quarter in possession. Kelly Olynyk with 8 to shoot, gives it up. Butler's got it. Back to Kelly on the right wing, guarded by James. We'll find Butler with 3 in the corner. He sees the clock, drives under the basket, tries to flip it toward the rim, not even a close prayer. And LeBron James has it in transition. Feeds to the corner, Caruso up top to Morris for 3. Bangs another one home. The Laker bench with 14 points. And a steal by the Lakers. They've tied the game at 26. Kuzma for 3, a miss. Rebounded by Olynyk.
I'll tell you, it started with the defense. That was another good Laker defensive possession that got them that 3, moving the ball down the court quickly.
26-26, Miami with it. Butler on the left to Nunn. Bounces it down low on a cut to Iguodala for the easy deuce.
Iguodala is one of the brightest basketball players. Steve Kerr calls him the most intelligent who's ever played for him. Back cuts Rondo, who was sleeping on the defensive end.
5 finals in a row with the Warriors. Now 6 in a row if you include this stint with Miami. James to Rondo, cutting outside to Kuzma. Now hits Caruso on the wing. Skips it across to LeBron with 7. Up top to Morris for 3. A miss. And rebounded by Olynyk.
That was one of those incorrect rotations that Eric Spoelstra talked to us about. They leave Markieff Morris to rotate 2 people to LeBron.
Tyler Hero missing the circle jumper. Rebounded by James. Quickly down court to Morris. Tried to feed James at the rim. He'd get in the way, defend it well. Butler coming up with a 28-26 lead. Hero's got an open 3 from on top, off the rim, off the backboard, and just missed going down.
LeBron James dodges a bullet. He didn't run back at all.
Kuzma draws contact, puts it up and in. As Andre Iguodala gets ticketed for the foul under the basket, and one opportunity, game tied at 28.
The young guys are not getting it done for Miami tonight. Duncan Robinson 1 for 4, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. Tyler Hero 1 for 8, 0 for 1. This was an opportunity for Miami. They've got to, when they get good looks, and most of those looks were good looks, they've got to take advantage.
Well, right now it's been a 2-man Laker bench on offense. Kyle Kuzma, 3-point play. He's got 9. Markieff Morris has 8. And the Lakers have the lead. 29-28 without a single shot or point from Anthony Davis. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Kendrick Nunn inside the 3-point line. Down the post, spins, cut off. Flips it to Olynyk, who goes over the left shoulder, missing the hook. Rebounded by Morris. From left to right, James into the lane. Goes strong, missed the dunk. Couldn't finish it. Butler coming up the other end. James still on the other end of the floor. 5 on 4. Butler up top. Pass to Crowder, no from 3.
Wide open look.
9.5 left in the second quarter. Lakers with a 29-28 lead. They go to James baseline right, faces up against Butler. And now a whistle off the ball. Scott Foster with a call on that end. And a hip check foul against Miami. I think they got Kendrick Nunn out on that far side. They did. That'll be number 1 on Nunn.
Miami's just hurting themselves with not intelligent plays on the defensive end and inability to make open shots.
LeBron James will trigger it into Markieff Morris, who sends it across to Kuzma. That duo off the bench has been spectacular. 17 bench points for the Lakers, rallied down 13. Kuzma now the drive into the lane, finds Morris in the corner for 3. That one's in and out, and Crowder has the Miami rebound. Outlet Robinson at half court into the front court, Nunn. They get it in the hands of Jimmy Butler with 9 minutes to go in the first. To Olynyk, quick touch pass to Crowder down low for the lay-in.
I got to be honest with you. I feel like LeBron James is now barking at Alex Caruso. Some of this is LeBron James. There's a play where he kind of tweaks his ankle, doesn't hustle back, gives up an open three. They dodge a bullet. Like one of the stories that came out, Zach Lowe on ESPN.com, LeBron's been accountable. LeBron needs to look at himself right now.
Well, the Miami Heat have just taken the lead over LeBron's Lakers, 30-29. L.A. timeout with 9 minutes to go in the first half of Game 3. You're listening to the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. dribbles front court, gives it up. James to the left side, Davis. Anthony knocks down Olynyk. It's an offensive foul on AD, his third foul of game 3.
Kelly guessed right. He thought Anthony Davis was going to go right, so he slid to the right. You think he was moving, D? You think it's a good call?
Well, we're going to get a second look at it. I thought it was close. I mean, he anticipates it's really close.
Yeah, it's a bang-bang play, but he hit him right dead. He hit him in the A in Miami with his shoulder. Kelly guessed right, and Anthony went that way.
And we have Anthony Davis on the bench. J.R. Smith is in for the Lakers. Butler with it, 5-point Heat lead. Handoff to Nunn, gets to the free throw line. Jumper good for Kendrick Nunn.
2 times he gets to his sweet spot. That mid-range jumper, he's electric off his feet. Gets into that pull-up J quickly.
11 straight Miami Heat points. 44-37 lead, crossing 5 minutes to go in the half. LeBron James waiting for a high pick from Markieff Morris. Gets it, gives it back to Morris on the 3. Morris dribbles, spins at the free throw line, past Olynyk, layup, no. And the loose ball is tipped out. Miami's got it in transition. Nunn, he slipped. He was getting ready to Euro step, and his right foot completely wiped out a turnover. It looks like he's okay. On the other end, Rajon Rondo slings it across the floor. Markieff Morris in the corner, into LeBron in the post, turns, got the foul, and one. Another flex from LeBron James, and a chance at a three-point play.
What a huge, huge turn of events. You've got Miami numbers, 3-on-2, 3-on-1, really it started, and he just lost his footing. That's the one problem we've had with the floor down here. The humidity, we've had a number of slips every game. You know, not a ridiculous number, but way more than you see in a normal game, and that was huge right there. Not only do they not score in transition as usual, the other team comes right back and scores. LeBron thought he was going to miss the free throw. Actually, it was a violation. He went flying after it.
He did. It went down. 3-point play, 44-40. Heat's lead cut to 4. Jimmy Butler bursts into the front court, calls for time. Now he and Rondo, maybe some playful words there as Rondo kind of got in his face and then headed a little gamesmanship as he headed to the bench.
Rondo is a notorious talker. And how about LeBron? 11 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. So I'm all over him, and appropriately at times. But boy, he is productive.
Well, he's in scoring mode tonight. He's going to the basket. That's the second time they've put him on the line for an and one. You can't do that. You got to just reach and grab his right arm if you can. Otherwise, just get out of his way and let him make the layup. Don't give him a free throw on top of it.
Doris and PJ's Instant Analysis brought to you by Farmers Insurance. With policy perks from Farmers Insurance, you can unlock discounts, save money, and get added coverages. Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks by calling 1-800-FARMERS. Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlosimo, Doris Burke, our entire ESPN radio crew here at the NBA Finals at the Disney Bubble. A virtual must-win for Miami for the second game without Dragic and Adebayo. Miami 44, the Lakers 40 with 4:27 to go here in the first half. And you talked about LeBron's in scoring mode. With AD on the bench in foul trouble, it's setting up an interesting mano-a-mano Butler versus James here tonight.
And both doing it the same way, putting the ball on the floor and attacking the basket. Yes, they both can make jump shots, of course, but they're putting so much pressure on who's ever defending them. And interestingly enough, Jimmy Butler's about to inbound. And look who's looking right at him. LeBron's on him now.
He's got 4 drives, Jimmy. He's 3 for 4, but he's yet to drive on LeBron. Let's watch this.
Butler near left side inbounds, comes into Kendrick Nunn. Dribbling between the circles, back to Butler on the right. Gets a screen from Olynyk off the switch, has Markieff Morris, gets deep, puts it off the heel, no good. Chased it down as offensive rebound. Now wheels under the basket. And it was touched by Markieff Morris and lashed by Butler before it hit Markieff out of bounds.
Switch on the drive. That means Markieff, so you get more size on Jimmy, or at least size to size from LeBron to Markieff. He did a nice job.
Especially on the rebound, the second shot after he got the rebound. The first shot, Jimmy normally would make that, but then when he got his own rebound, Markieff did an excellent job.
Here's LeBron, a great bounce pass to Markieff Morris down the lane for the two-hand tomahawk slam.
LeBron normally fills up a stat sheet. Tonight's going to be off the charts because he's going to the basket every time.
11, 6, and 5 for LeBron. Lakers within 2. Duncan Robinson shoots the 3 and hits it as he ends up on the deck from the top. Maybe that'll get the young man started for Miami. 47-42 Heat. James driving toward the free throw line. Back to Caruso. 3:30 left in the half. Caruso drives, a whistle. Shot no good. Scott Foster had the call. And they'll go help up Alex Caruso when tumbling over the baseline.
The Lakers now starting to get off the dribble drive. What a lift Markieff Morris has given the Lakers. He's got 10 points, 2 assists. He's played solid defense.
Oh, I just saw the replay. They're right. Miami's furious. They're right.
On the Duncan Robinson three?
They put his foot underneath him. What's been called a foul or a flagrant every time came right down on his foot. And I believe it was LeBron.
It was LeBron.
So it's doubly important.
And it's an interesting thing, Kesty. Scott Foster was just exchanging dialogue with Eric Spoelstra and seemed to point to himself.
I missed it.
He might have.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
First free throw for Alex Caruso on the other end of the floor is good.
You know, Spo made a great point when he was second one down also, talking to us today about Duncan Robinson. And I'm one of the worst defenders. You forget, Duncan Robinson played 15 games as a rookie last year. And now he's been a starter this year, and we're just used to him playing well.
Butler's shot no good. Offensive rebound. Oh, and a turnover as it was on top. Jay Crowder thought Duncan Robinson was behind him, and he back passed it no look, and nobody was there.
Eric Spoelstra's yelling at both of them, just get back. They're talking to each other, and he said get back on defense.
James drives, scoops, and scores. LeBron up to 13. Lakers back within 1. 47-46 Miami, about to cross 3 minutes to go in the half. Kendrick Nunn will dribble beyond the arc, give it up to Crowder on the left. Crowder now dribbling with the right hand. Down the right post, goes strong and lays it in.
Both teams, it's like they put in a rule, no more jump shots. That's it. You got to score off the dribble.
Well, the Lakers, who put up 47 threes in game 2, 16 of them here tonight. They made 6. Here's Alex Caruso on the drive, out to the corner. J.R. Smith, he'll try the 3, he'll miss it. Rebounded by Butler. 2.5 left here in the first. J.R. Smith getting minutes with Anthony Davis on the bench. Duncan Robinson, a straight on triple, a miss. And Smith has the Los Angeles rebound. LeBron now front court near the right hash against Duncan Robinson. 2:15 to go in the half. We'll send it to J.R. Smith on the left. Nearly lost it. Got it back. Has the dribble. Crosses to the left into the corner. KCP shoots a 3. It's the side of the backboard and comes down to Crowder.
18 attempts from 3 for the Lakers.
Here's Jimmy Butler taking J.R. Smith to the rack and laying one in. 17 for Jimmy Butler. Miami back up 5.
Anybody not wearing 23, Jimmy Butler is going right to the rack.
1:50 left and rolling here in the first half. Duncan Robinson gets out on James, who stops his dribble, passes and gets it back. 8 to shoot. LeBron beyond the stripe. Will go right side to Caruso with 5. Against Nunn, takes him into the lane. Off balance jumper, no good, and a whistle. Little late will be against Miami. 1:39 left in the clock.
Kendrick Nunn, he's got a smile on his face. It's not funny.
And that's 3 fouls on Kendrick Nunn, and it was late in the clock, PJ, right?
Oh, no, this is where they hurt themselves in game 2. They didn't close the second quarter. After Miami played so well to cut the lead to 4, they allowed the Lakers to do a better job closing the quarter because of silly fouls like this or bad shots.
First free throw is good for Alex Caruso. Jimmy Butler hands on hips as he walks across with 1:39 to go here in the half.
17 points, 6 assists, 6 boards. He's 7 for 11. He's made 3 of his 4 free throws. He's just ripping the Lakers defense apart. Nobody can contain him off the bounce except LeBron. And Kesty, you're not putting LeBron on him for the full 48.
Yeah. Caruso hit both, 7 points, 26 bench points for the Lakers tonight. 51-48 Miami. 90 seconds to go in the half. Butler at the top, hands it off to Tyler Hero, who has struggled to say the least. Left side Iguodala. Now they send it inside to Butler, gets around Caruso and lays it in.
I think that was a bad switch by LeBron.
It certainly was. LeBron shaking his head.
19 for Butler. Miami back up 53-48.
This last minute is critical for Miami.
LeBron James standing about 5 feet beyond the three-point line, holding with 10 to shoot, 1:04 to go in the half. Now dribbles to his right past Duncan Robinson, finds a spot, squares for 3, and buries it. 16 for LeBron James. Lakers back within 2. Solomon Hill will try a 3 from the left, and he'll answer with a 3.
Boy, it's a good thing he made that 3.
Early in the shot clock, just off the bench. 56-51 Miami. 40 seconds left in the half. Rondo at the top. will loop it to LeBron against Duncan Robinson. About a step beyond the three-point line. Dribbles inside the arc with 6. Passes up. J.R. Smith behind the screen. Parries a 3. J.R. Smith getting first half run and getting the Lakers within 2.
Jimmy Butler left him to double up LeBron. LeBron made the appropriate pass.
20 seconds to go in the half. Heat with it to our left. Tyler Hero gives it up to Hill. Hill thought about a 3. Now to Hero driving, looking to kick, but first ran into a pair of Lakers, Alex Caruso and LeBron James. Foul on James, and that will be his first. Teams over the limit.
That's upset again at a teammate. Shouldn't have fouled. That's not a good foul. They get a stop out of that. Tyler Hero really didn't have anywhere to go. These 2 free throws are really big.
For Tyler Hero's 1 for 8 tonight. Maybe just to see the ball go through the hoop as he hits the first of 2.
And they need, I think, to go into the locker room with the lead. He makes this second free throw, regardless of what happens this last possession. Miami should go in with the lead.
Tyler Hero, 281 points, a Heat rookie postseason record and 8th most in NBA postseason history for a rookie. Scuffling tonight, takes a deep breath. His Heat are up 3 with 17 seconds to go in the half. He's got one more free throw coming. Up and in. 58-54 Miami. Shot clock is off. LeBron James will walk it into the front court, crossing half court with 10 seconds to go in the half.
Covered by
Jimmy Butler. Now James on the drive, gives it up to Smith. JR sprints to the corner, shoots a 3 off the rim. No. Tip James, no. Tip Rondo, no. And that's the half of it. Miami, PJ, you said they needed a lead. They got a 4-point spread here.
I think it's very important for them, and they've got to come out. Somebody's got to help. A couple guys have stepped up. Jay Crowder, I think, is playing well. If they can get some threes, I think that'll make a huge difference. But Miami, I think they're not going to stop playing, but I think it's critical for them to play from ahead.
They were so efficient again from the free throw line. Kesty, 21 for 43, almost 49% shooting. So all of the things you were hurting them with, your movement, your driving, the kicks to open shooters, continue to do it and then find a way. Listen, you've not yet heard from Anthony Davis. 5 points in just 11 minutes.
3 fouls had him on the bench, and Jimmy Butler's 19 points leading the way for the Heat. 58-54 lead here in Game 3 at the half as we send it to Kevin Winter in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
Kesty, Doris, PJ, AutoZone is free battery testing, free battery charging, proven tough battery selection. That's what makes AutoZone your battery solution. Where help is always in stock, get in the zone. AutoZone up next. We bring in ESPN NBA insider Brian Windhorst. We dissect how Jimmy Butler has been able to put his stamp on the first half of this must-win Game 3. Heat have a 4-point lead over the Lakers trying to get into this series. They trail 2 games to none. They lead at the break 58-54. This is Game 2 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
We saved serious cash with our Progressive Home and Auto Bundle and used the money to buy a new boat.
Who's ready to water ski?
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big money with Progressive, but not enough for a new boat. They'll probably spend it on rent or gas money or maybe one of those little plastic wading pools for the yard.
Ahoy there!
hands it off to Tyler Hero, who has struggled, to say the least. Left side, Iguodala. Now they send it inside to Butler, gets around Caruso and lays it in.
I think that was a bad switch by LeBron.
It certainly was. LeBron shaking his head.
19 for Butler. Miami back up 53-48.
It is our first half moment brought to you by Marathon. No matter where your travels take you, Marathon can improve your engine performance with quality top-tier gasoline. Marathon fueling the American spirit. Kevin Winter with you on the AutoZone halftime report. Butler has those 19. The Heat lead by 4. We go to the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line and welcome in the co-host of the Hoop Collective podcast because he teams with Zach Lowe after every NBA Finals game. He is Brian Windhorst. Brian, 11 of Jimmy Butler's 19 in that second quarter. If there's no Jimmy, there's no game for Miami, and there's definitely no lead.
Yeah, responsible for 33 points when you include his 6 assists. A couple of them led to threes, and I don't even have the full number with all the times that he's pushed the pace and gotten them into their offense or created hockey assists. Jimmy Butler's performance in this first half is a guy who's desperate and knows his team needs to lead him, and he is doing everything for his team to keep them ahead in this game.
And it's what many people had said. I talked with Tim Legler about it before the game, Brian. There's no Goran Dragic. There's no Bam Adebayo. Butler's the one guy who can create his shots, and he is.
Yeah, and I think the Heat just in general realize that their offense, they can find their offense in this game, but they need to make the Lakers uncomfortable defensively. They were very comfortable in game 2, and you saw right from the start, much more aggressive on the defensive end, and that was led by Butler, who got 2 steals right out of the gate in the first quarter, contributing to those 10 first-quarter turnovers for the Lakers.
Brian, if you weren't watching the game with what we call a score bug, that thing that is on the bottom crawl of your screen, would you think it's a 4-point game?
Well, that's the thing about the Lakers, Kevin. The Lakers are so good. Their margin for error is so good, especially when they get, Markieff Morris coming off and having a big game, Kyle Kuzma coming off the bench and having a big game, that even with all the troubles they've had and as Miami has played well, the Lakers have to be thrilled with Anthony Davis giving them next to nothing in the first half that the game is this close.
58-54. Brian, up next on the AutoZone halftime report. Let's get your second half adjustments. This is game 2 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
The Low Post Podcast with Zach Lowe.
Everyone does love to hate the Lakers. There is no jealousy within the NBA like Lakers jealousy, and it is cresting again right now.
Check out the Low Post Podcast on the ESPN app or wherever you listen to podcasts. Spain and Fitz.
The Pac-12 is putting their kids out there with very little chance they'll play enough games to be considered for the playoff, even if they have a great team, which most of us don't expect they will. And then you combine the wildfires and everything that they've been dealing with there in California, particularly on top of the COVID issue, and it really does feel like they're rolling the kids out there to put the kids at risk to make a little money.
Spain and Fitz, weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and wherever you stream your audio. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
Michael Jordan becomes the first black NASCAR principal owner in almost 50 years. So
think about that, right?
Yeah, it's a monumental opportunity, and I love the relationship between him, Bubba Wallace. I just love the way this whole thing came together, and there's a new way trending forward in 2021. Let's keep moving in this direction.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin, weekday mornings at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
The Dan Le Batard Show with the Stuka.
Kevin Winter on the AutoZone Halftime Report, which is brought to you by the United States Census. Go to 2020census.gov today. Brian, the Heat with a 58-54 lead. And remarkably, Anthony Davis, 5 points in this game, saddled with 3 fouls. Second half adjustments for the Lakers.
5 turnovers, too. How about this high-level analysis? Anthony Davis needs to have more points than turnovers in the second half, and I expect them to go to him early and often to try to get him going in that third quarter.
If you're Miami, Brian, they've led 13 in game 1. They led by 13 tonight, coughed it up. What do you want to see them do to close this out and make this a 2-1 series, which means, hey, we got a series?
I think they're going to need some more offense because I think AD is going to get going, and that comes with the three-point line. Just 5 of 15 in the first half. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero combined 1 of 6. Kevin, they got to make some threes to steal this game.
Right now, Miami, we mentioned the threes, 5 of 15. If you're Los Angeles outside of AD, where else you looking?
Well, you're obviously getting some good scoring from your bench. Didn't get anything from Caldwell Pope or Danny Green in the first half. Those guys combined 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Need some points from the starters.
Right. Markieff Morris, the 10 points. Brian, thank you very much. Enjoy it. Again, NBA Hoop Collective podcast teams with Zach Lowe as soon as the game is done. For a breakdown of Game 3, we will have Brian halftime of Game number 4. At the break, 58-54. Miami by 4. That'll do it for us on the AutoZone Halftime Report. Second half from Orlando is next. This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio.
Bria's Fashion Boutique is the worst. First, they asked me if I needed help finding anything. Just because I'm gorgeous doesn't mean I need help.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
Then they tell me they're having a sale. Oh, so you're assuming I'm poor. Cool.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Also, they tried to give me the friends and family discount. I'm not your friend, so...
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
The Max Kellerman Show.
I'm not going to sit here and act like the Cowboys haven't done a good job. They have. A tick above average. Over a 10-year period, they win 8.5 games and lose 7.5 games per 16 games. Over a 10-year. And you could talk about the Dallas secondary as Keyshawn Johnson did, I'm sure, on the radio this morning, not to mention on First Take. All right, it's like, as I said about the Giants' offensive line, it's a leaky boat. This is what teams in the middle of the pack deal with. This is the NFL. Always if you get stronger in one area, you get weaker in another. And that's the Dallas Cowboys. They wanted to get stronger receiver, they're weaker in their secondary because they didn't address a need in the draft. Tick above average. They'll be a tick above average this year. They'll win, even if they're only an 8-8 team. They will, even if they're a 7-9 team, they're going to win the NFC East by default.
The Max Kellerman Show, weekday afternoons at 2 Eastern on your smart speaker or wherever you stream your audio.
The NFL and Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
This is not a rivalry between these two teams. KC has dominated every single game they played in against Baltimore.
Strong opinions.
10 seconds for station identification. This is Game 3 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Jimmy Butler is never short on confidence. Neither is he short on believing the series isn't done. The first half, he played like it. 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting. The Heat by 4, trying to get in this series down 2 games to none. Back to Orlando for the second half of Game 3 with Doris Burke and PJ Carlissimo. Here's Mark Kestisher.
All right, Kevin, thanks a lot. And Jimmy Butler, 11 of those 19 in the second quarter. Doris Burke will handle Miami here and their adjustments as we get set to the second half with this 4-point lead.
I don't think you can rest Jimmy Butler unless you get a dead ball underneath a minute in any quarter here in the second half. He's responsible for just a shade under 57% of every point scored. You've got to continue to keep Los Angeles off the offensive board. You gave up 3, but they did not score any on that. And one person, PJ, has been pleading for this the entire first half. I know your rotation is skewed because of the 2 starters out, but somebody from the bench, Iguodala, Olynyk, Nunn, or Hill, all 4 are a net negative. They've got to find a way to be a positive.
PJ, Lakers?
Defensive focus, there's been virtually none, and that's people don't credit the Lakers for as well as they play on the defensive end. Not so far this evening. AD, more minutes, less fouls. Simple as that. He needs to be on the floor. And lastly, they got to take care of the ball. They did a better job in the second quarter. 4 turnovers after 10 in the first quarter.
9 turnovers combined for Anthony Davis and LeBron James of the Lakers 14. We'll have both starting 5s on the floor as we get the third quarter underway. Miami 58, Lakers 54. Tyler Hero will bring it up left to right as we watch it here at Disney. Duncan Robinson out on the left wing, covered by KCP, gives it up to Hero. Hero dribbling beyond the arc, stops his dribble, goes to Robinson, well beyond the arc. Now to Myers-Leonard with 4 to shoot. To Hero, gets a drive to the baseline. His pass inside off the hands of LeBron James, trying to deny and out of bounds.
Tyler Hero's too loose with the ball. Should have shot it. Now they got 1.2.
1.2 on the shot clock. Butler to inbound, baseline right, looks inside, looks outside, has nothing. Pass, stolen by Anthony Davis. Tried to skip it way across the floor. Here's LeBron James in the front court with the Lakers down 4, their first offensive attack of the third. James against Myers-Leonard on the left, out beyond the arc. He'll square for 3, on its way, no good. Robinson has the Miami rebound.
Well, that's a settle right there. I thought for sure they'd pound it inside, especially after getting a turnover.
Here's Butler around the high Myers-Leonard screen. Handoff to Duncan Robinson. Turns for 3 and connects his second of Game 3.
DB, if he steps up, forget about the bench. If he or Tyler Hero would start knocking some shots down, we wouldn't need the bench if you're a Miami fan.
Big-time delivery, and I'm just going to keep harping on LeBron because it tells you what I expect of him. He throws his hands in the air after the 3 made. He's got to change his body language.
61-54 Heat. 1:15 gone in the third. Pass over to AD, might have slipped on the wing, kept the dribble, turns and passes out to Danny Green, gets a look at a 3, misses another. Danny Green and KCP are struggling.
5 for 28.
He shot that underneath the rim.
90 seconds into the third. Butler will pass right side to Hero. Tyler beyond the arc. Little pitch and catch with Duncan Robinson, who has it at the top. Gives it to Myers-Leonard, the center, on the arc. And now he's fouled as there's a lot of traffic coming around looking at a dribble handoff, and Dwight Howard gets tagged.
Is it Dwight or is it AD?
They caught AD. Yeah, that's his 4th. Wow. AD looks incredulous right now on the floor. We're going to get a look at the ABC replay.
It's a foul.
Foul, definite foul.
Yep.
Ran
Right
by.
shoulder.
His player was coming by for a dribble handoff, and he just reached in. No question.
4 on Anthony Davis. Still in the game. Tyler Hero feeds Myers-Leonard, who dunks. AD just had to watch him go by.
Interestingly, Frank Vogel staying with Anthony Davis.
Davis, who was limited to just 11 minutes in the first half with foul trouble. KCP, baseline, across to the opposite corner. Danny Green for 3. Another Danny Green miss. 63-54, Miami trying to rebuild its lead. Crowder for 3 at the top, no good. Long rebound, LeBron James has it.
Big shot there. The entire Miami bench was up. They were just getting ready to explode off their seats.
Here's LeBron James, 2-man game with Dwight Howard, but will pass to Davis. He'll get a look at a 3. AD a miss. tipped in the air, and Jimmy Butler has it.
You had dominated the paint through the first two games, and you're settling for 3 after 3. You're 8 for 25 if you're the Lakers.
9:20 to go here in the third quarter with Jimmy Butler probing inside the arc. We'll hand it off to Hero. Finds a spot, squares for 3, and buries it. Now Miami's got the 12-point lead, and now Frank Vogel calls for time.
And he's going to be talking about the first two words we said, defensive focus. He is really disappointed with the way his team is playing on that end, coupled with what you're talking about, DB, the shot selection on the other end.
Shot selection. Here's the thing. You can relax and get casual because you're up 2-0, but Bam Adebayo is fighting like crazy to get back in the lineup. I don't think you want this thing going 2-1 with a chance for Bam to come back.
8-0 Miami run to open the third. Timeout. Heat 66, Lakers 54, 9:17 to go in the third. And you're listening to the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Of the week brought to you by Pennzoil. Pennzoil synthetic motor oils are made from natural gas. It gives you unbeatable engine protection. The proof is in the Pennzoil. Based on Sequence 4A wear test using SAE 5W30. Go back to game 2 for Anthony Davis. 40 minutes, 32 points, 14 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, and just 3 turnovers. Tonight, 5 points in less than 15 minutes, 5 turnovers, and 4 personal fouls. Where's AD gone? And here come the Miami Heat. Kesty Doris and PJ, an 8-0 run to open up the second half, 66-54. Miami by 12. Back to you.
Yeah, Kevin, they're going to roll with AD on the floor. Doris, Danny Green, and KCP 8 for 39 in the series from 3.
And we asked Frank Vogel, do you say anything to him? He said he learned from C.J. Miles not to question or encourage them to keep shooting. Figure out, do they want to touch the paint? Settling for threes.
Here's KCP, a 20-footer, no good, a whistle, no basket. The ball rolled through. Scott Foster says loose ball foul, and it's going to go on the Lakers, yeah. Miami Heat bench erupting as they saw Scott Foster point the other way. Second foul on Dwight Howard.
You know, the best news, too, Doris, for the 8-zip run that Miami started with. Myers Leonard has 2. The other 6 are Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero.
Both with 3-pointers, both been struggling. Jimmy Butler into the front court, goes to Myers at the top against Howard. Dribble handoff to Robinson, going to his right. Finds Hero on the left. Hero drives behind the back to Myers. Out on the wing. Myers Leonard will send it into the corner for Hero for three. Missed it as he hit the deck, and LeBron James has it coming up the floor from right to left, all the way deep. Shot not there. AD had it, got it slapped away. Crowder, bounce pass ahead to Hero. Wraparound layup is good.
And look at LeBron and AD. Neither guy made it beyond the baseline.
Well, they got two shots blocked down there. LeBron's shot was blocked, and then they stripped AD.
KCP in traffic. No good. A 10-0 Miami run in the front court. Tyler Hero, right angle three, around and out. Nearly went down, tipped out. Crowder saves it in the left corner for the Heat. Shoveling it to Hero with 8 minutes to go in the third. A 14-point Heat lead, their biggest of game three. Crowder on the arc. Now squares for three. Off the front rim, no. Rebound comes down to Danny Green.
This is reminiscent of mid-first quarter when they didn't take advantage.
Lakers tried another long court pass, this time James to Howard. Myers Leonard wrapped him up that time and fouled him.
Well, unlike in the first half when they threw two lobs to Myers Leonard, man, he didn't even see it. He saw that coming, and it was a good foul right there.
They're going to take a look at
Yeah, they are,
because
Scott Foster's telling them to go back to their bench.
Yeah.
Officiating crew of Scott Foster, Tony Brothers, and Pat Frere.
They looking at a flagrant on Myers Leonard grabbing
the catch.
White?
Possible. We haven't seen a replay yet on ABC. We'll get our first look at it now. LeBron from half court. And you know what it was? Is Myers Leonard was trying to bat the ball away, but he had that forward motion into the arm of Howard. And Doris, you mentioned it earlier in the postseason. That swinging motion often is related with a flagrant one.
Well, they used to talk about wind-up impact follow-through as being part of that decision.
That's a basketball play, I thought.
Oh, I agree. No, I'm just saying,
No, I mean, excuse me. I mean, right now, just watching the replay.
Yeah, he was intending to swat that ball away.
Trying to get the ball.
Missed the ball.
I don't see it. But you know what? What's going to come of this whole thing, regardless of whether they call the flagrant or not?
Tighter officiating.
And the Lakers are going to get a little testy right now, which is exactly what they need to do. They need something to get them going.
Scott Foster and Tony Brothers on the headset. Both watching the replay frame by frame with help from the replay center, which is right here, about 1,000 feet from the arena in the parking lot.
Yeah, but our good buddies Courtney Kirkland and Kevin Scott will not have. They're just providing the
foul
looks.
for Myers Leonard with nothing further penalized. Thank you.
There you go. So they saw what you guys saw.
Good
Play
decision by Scott Foster, Tony Brothers, and Pat Frere.
A trio of NBA podcasts, Zach Lowe, Brian Windhorst, Adrian Wojnarowski. Join the conversation wherever you get your podcast. 7:54 on the clock, third quarter. It's game 3 of the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio. Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlosimo, Doris Burke, producer John Medani, Bob White's our engineer. Lakers up 2-0. Heat without Dragic and Adebayo. But right now, Miami has a 14-point lead over the Lakers.
They have to maintain their aggressiveness. That's what's got them the lead. They have to continue to play that way.
Lakers inbound. Anthony Davis has it up top. Quickly back to LeBron. Fires left side, AD. Now to the struggling Danny Green, who drives and kicks to KCP. He'll try a three, and he'll make it right in front of the Miami bench.
They've had some timely corner threes tonight, and it's come from different people. Kuzma and Markieff were the ones to do it in the first half. Big-time shot there by KCP. That felt weighty.
68-57. Miami still in front. Crowder answer three from the corner, around and out. Circled the rim twice and popped out.
Couple of empty possessions.
LeBron James dribbling front court with the Lakers trailing by 11. Pass to Green, nearly stolen by Crowder. Now Green goes to the free throw line, floats it from 12, a miss. Offensive board, Howard. Outside to Anthony Davis. He'll drive. Short floater is good.
Good no call on the baseline. Duncan Robinson tries to slide underneath, and the officials just like, get up, we're playing on. It was nothing.
That was a flop, but what that also was an offensive rebound that led to 2 points.
And offensive rebounding killed the Heat in the third quarter in game 2. Here's Butler driving and passing out. Stolen by KCP. In transition against Robinson. Gets the foul. Scoops it up. No, he'll get to the line with 6:45 to go in the third.
On the Jimmy Butler drive, LeBron James walled him off and allowed KCP to cheat into a passing lane.
Empty possessions, very similar to mid-first quarter, Kesty, when they had the big lead, and you sensed it was a critical time for them to secure that lead. They've had 3 empty possessions in a row.
Duncan Robinson ticketed with his third foul. Contavious Caldwell-Pope to the free throw line where he hits the first of 2.
We still haven't seen Anthony Davis dominate any stretch of this basketball game, we still have not had the Lakers defense turn it up so hot that you make it hard on them to function.
Second free throw rolls out, no good. Miami secures the loose ball. Jimmy Butler.
3 straight missed threes, 1 by Tyler Hero, 2 by Jay Crowder.
Here's Hero catch and shoot, another miss from on top, and Anthony Davis the rebound.
4 straight missed threes for Miami, coupled around a Jimmy Butler turnover.
Heat's 14-point lead is down to 8. Here's LeBron James probing at the top. Jimmy Butler, the defensive assignment, calling for the screen off the switch. Hero's got James. Now they'll re-switch. Butler will try to defend. Over to Danny Green. Jump stop in the lane. 12-footer. No, and a whistle late in the clock against Miami with 6:12 to go here in the third.
So Danny Green is going to go to the free throw line, have an opportunity after being 0 for 6 and 0 for 4. If he can make a free throw, you typically start to feel the ball a little bit.
Bad foul.
Yeah, bad foul.
Guy
Question.
Right now is struggling to score. You feel your lead slipping away, and you put him on the free throw line.
Danny Green's first is good with 6:12 to go in the third. 68-61. Lakers now within 7 points.
Last 4 shots for Miami have been 3-point shots.
Last Hero look was fabulous.
Yep.
Second free throw good as well. 8 consecutive Laker points after they fell behind by 14. 6-point game now. Miami 68, Lakers 62, crossing 6 minutes to go in the third.
I think it's got to be Jimmy Butler going to the basket. LeBron's guarding him also.
Butler dribbling on the left side, hands it off to Hero. LeBron switches on to Hero. Now to Butler, palming the ball with the left hand, will dribble against Green, gets into the lane, scoops it up, fouled, shot no good.
I still think LeBron is making that switch too easy.
Well, that's one of the switches that Frank was talking about. He doesn't want that switch. Got the one guy that's been able to do a good job on Jimmy Butler, and they just give him the switch they want, and he takes Danny Green. 5 straight empty possessions by Miami about to come to an end.
Third foul on Green. 2 free throws for Butler. First one on its way and good. 20 points for Jimmy Butler.
And, you know, you wonder, is LeBron, I don't want to say fatigued. He's got 16, 8, and 6. But there's not the sense of urgency he had down the stretch of the Denver series with Jamal Murray, where he was like, get out of the way. Don't help me. You're not switching. I've not yet sensed that from him.
No, you're right. But that was also with 4 minutes to go
Correct.
in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a lot earlier.
Yeah.
He's not ready, nor does Frank want him to be on Jimmy Butler for anything approaching 15 or 20 minutes.
2 free throws by Butler ends the 8-0 Los Angeles run. 70-62 Miami. 5.5 to go in the third. James against Butler into the lane to the dotted line. Bulls his way deep and lays it in with the left hand.
And that's exactly why you don't want him so fatigued that he can't play bully basketball. Nice paint move by LeBron.
And that was on Jimmy Butler.
18 for James. Lakers within 6. At the top, Butler holding against James. Ball on his left thigh using the Olynyk screen. Gets down to the baseline. He's open off the backboard and in from 10.
Because of the Kelly Olynyk screen, LeBron was covering him, and then Jimmy Butler obviously just rubbed him off. Kelly Olynyk, smart play.
23 for Butler, 8-point lead Miami. KCP deep right corner. Duncan Robinson defends him well. Ball goes out of bounds, but they're going to say last touch by Robinson. Kyle Kuzma, who was on the bench with 3 fouls in the first half, replacing LeBron James. Danny Green also headed to the bench.
Well, we're going to find out what Anthony Davis has right now, because Rondo's going to get him the ball.
Here's Rondo driving high off the glass. I mean, it touched the top of the backboard and went through. 72-66. Rondo draws the Lakers back within 6. Here's Butler taking Kuzma deep. Stops, wheels, fires, and connects.
He sees where LeBron James is sitting on the bench. He knows it's Jimmy Butler time now.
Lob for the top for Dwight Howard. Fouled by Olynyk underneath as Rondo tried to find him from 25 feet away. 4:40 left here in the third.
It depends on if you lose contact. In this instance, he just spins right off of Olynyk and gets the back lob. I'll say this to you, like, Jimmy Butler, elite breaks. He likes to talk about, I'm not the fastest, the most athletic. But that hard drive, elite break, shake the defender, easy basket, other end.
Great lesson for listeners, young listeners out there. You may not have blinding speed, but change of direction or change of pace is very effective.
Fourth team foul Miami. Lakers take it side in. Here's Rondo probing, passing to Davis. 20-footer tip of the circle jumper. Straight down for AD.
Rondo's brilliant. He knows Anthony Davis has been struggling. He's going to get him shots now.
74-68 Miami. Olynyk from three. An answer from outside. 77-68 Miami.
There's one of the ones Doris was asking for. Bench points.
4:15 and ticking away here in the third. Rondo working from the left for the Lakers. Foul off the ball as Crowder was defending Anthony Davis way away from the basket. Now they're over the limit.
Wow.
So the Lakers in the bonus. That'll put Anthony Davis at the free throw line on Crowder's third personal foul.
I'm more concerned with Crowder's third personal foul. Jay Crowder's giving him good minutes. They need him to play. Tony Brothers said he put both hands on Anthony Davis. That's why he made the call.
Anthony Davis, who's been saddled with foul trouble, looking for his 10th point of game 3, and the first free throw gives it to him. And Frank Vogel rolling the dice with 4 fouls at the 10-minute plus mark in the third, paying off so far.
Well, because to this point, you've not faced second half adversity. For 47 of 48 minutes of the first 2 games and their second halves, you have had a 10-point lead. So now you have adversity. How do you handle it?
2 free throws good for Davis. Lakers back within 7. 77-70 Miami. 4 minutes to go in the third. Butler dribbling out on the right angle against Markieff Morris. A left-hand dribble. Now looking inside, nothing. Sends it over to Crowder on the wing. Crowder drives and kicks into the corner. Olynyk for 3. No good. Long rebound to Rondo. Rajan into the front court quickly. Passes over to KCP on the wing. Caldwell Pope into the corner to Kuzma for 3. No good. Olynyk has the Miami rebound. 3.5 to go. Still a 7-point Miami lead. Butler going deep. A blocked foul on the shot missed. KCP looked to take the charge. Instead is called for the blocking foul at 3:35 to go in the third.
I love the decision by Jimmy Butler. He knew when he caught the ball on the outlet pass on the opposite end that he was going coast to coast. He'd already made his mind up. KCP almost got there to draw the charge, but more importantly, Jimmy Butler's back on the line, and that's team foul number 4 on the Lakers, so both teams now in the bonus.
Jimmy Butler, who had 11 second quarter points, right now has 6 of his 25 in the third. Just missed the first free throw.
He knew
attempt.
as soon as he released it, you could hear him over the microphone up by the basket. You could hear him.
Jay Crowder is going to come out of the lineup. Andre Iguodala back on the floor for Miami.
They're going to need every one of these free throws, Kesty. I know Jimmy Butler is playing a great game, and I know he's probably exhausted, but they need every free throw.
Played every minute of the third quarter so far. He buried the second. 78-70. Heat lead the Lakers. 3.5 to go, quarter 3. Alex Caruso brings it across with Morris and Rondo and AD and Kuzma.
Rondo's going to find AD.
Bounced it to Rajan on top, guarded by Butler. Rondo palming the ball with the right hand, looking for AD. Finds him free throw line. He is triple covered. Gives it up to Rondo with 5 to shoot. Rajan now will drive down the post, hanging off the glass. No, Robinson trying to come up with it.
And Kessie, it's going to be Miami ball. And on the shot attempt, 3 different black jerseys met Anthony Davis in the middle of the paint, as if to say, you are not dominating the offensive glass tonight. Credit this Miami team for the grit and the toughness to keep them off the offensive glass.
Off the shot clock violation, Miami from left to right. 3 minutes to go in the third. The Heat with an 8-point lead. Kendrick Nunn will drive Kuzma to the baseline under the basket. Flips it out on top to Iguodala. Touch pass to the corner. 3-pointer. Olynyk gets the roll. 81-70 Miami. Caruso trying to go coast to coast. Fouled on his layup attempt with 2:48 left here in the third.
Is that on Kendrick Nunn, or who's that on?
That is on Nunn. That is his 4th.
Find him and attack him, and he fouls. That's what, like 2 seconds after a made basket on the other end.
Brings us to a timeout here at Disney. The Miami Heat scratching and clawing, trying to find their way into this series, down 2-0. They lead the Lakers 81-70. 2:48 left in the third. This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed. is good.
That was a 10-0 run. However, the Lakers would close on a 9-2 run. Here's the good news for the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler has 30, and Miami has increased its lead at the end of each 12-minute interval. They led by 3 at the end of 1, 4 at the half, 5 now. Their first lead going to the fourth quarter in this series. They tried to get on the board. Right now, we're sending back to Orlando with Doris Burke and PJ Calissimo. Here's Mark Testishore for the final 12 minutes.
All right, Kev, thanks a lot. And, PJ, you have stressed closing quarters. It has not been pretty for Miami.
No, they've only done it 1 and 3 quarters. Kevin said 9-2. It actually was a 10-4 run if you want to go back to when it was 81-70. And, again, they're squandering an opportunity. The Lakers, at some point, you think are going to wake up and start playing Laker defense, and LeBron and AD in the fourth quarter are going to take it to them. The lead should be bigger than it is right now.
Lakers will start the fourth quarter with LeBron James on the floor and Anthony Davis on the bench. Alex Caruso will pass to LBJ. Into the corner it goes Rondo. A ball fake and a drive covered up by Hero. Back to LeBron, 13 to shoot on top of the arc. Dribbling between the circles, Kelly Olynyk defending. Now with 8. LeBron at the three-point line. Hesitates, passes to Morris. A long three from the right. No good, not even close.
Jay Crowder did a good thing. He went back and forth. He kind of faked at him, almost looked like a fencer. I'm going to go at LeBron. I'm going to go back. And eventually he got the pass to Morris.
Andre Iguodala trying to get it to Tyler Hero, and Alex Caruso is defending him well. Now Hero's got Markieff Morris. Dribbles under the basket. Stops in the low box. Turns. Layup. Missed it. And Markieff Morris has it.
A young man can't get a bucket to go. He's 3 for 14. Had everybody beat.
Starting his second NBA Finals game in a row at age 20. It's a 5-point Miami lead. James, head of steam, gets the foul and the bucket. LeBron headed back to the free throw line. Can get the Lakers within 2.
You can't miss a layup at one end and give LeBron an and one at the other end.
And I don't know what Eric Spoelstra's thinking. I was just going to say, please bring Jimmy Butler back. And Jimmy Butler is coming back.
That was 55 seconds on the bench for Jimmy Butler, who went 33 minutes and 46 seconds through the first 3 quarters.
I was going to say, I don't know how long I could wait if I were Eric Spoelstra. Well, the answer was, I can't wait either.
That was quick.
It's a -3. It's going to be a -3 if LeBron makes this.
I'd be shocked if Butler doesn't go the final 11:05 here. James at the line, completes a 3-point play, and the Lakers trail 85-83.
Where does the help come from? Jimmy Butler needs help.
Jimmy Butler with 30 points here in Game 3, trying to get Miami in the win column, down 0-2. Kelly Olynyk with a drive, a hang, off the glass and in for Olynyk.
Just took it to Markieff Morris, under control, just went right in and shot over the top.
87-83 Miami. 10:40 left. James at the top will take Olynyk to the right along the arc. Behind the back pass to Morris. Over to Kuzma. Extra pass into the corner. Caruso missing a 3, and Olynyk grabs the rebound.
The double in LeBron, you're going to make somebody else try and beat him, especially with AD on the bench.
Olynyk nearly lost the dribble in the front court. Gives it up to Jimmy Butler. Butler inside the arc. Fires a pass down low to Crowder for the basket. 9th assist for Butler. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and a virtual must-win for the Miami Heat for Jimmy Butler. 89-83 Heat coming up on 10 minutes to go. LeBron James will be defended by Butler. Passes to the right corner, Morris. Back to LeBron on the right hash. LeBron off the deck will dribble and pass into the corner. Morris bags a 3.
That's 38 bench points for the Lakers.
Markieff Morris has been really good tonight, Doris.
13 points for Morris off that Laker bench. 3-point game, Miami leading. 89-83. Hero catch and shoot. Nope, won't count. Wipe it off. Offensive foul called. An illegal screen that wiped out a 3 for Hero.
And here comes Anthony Davis checking back in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Out goes Kyle Kuzma.
Who's that foul on, Kesty?
Kendrick Nunn, number 5.
Killing him.
Anthony Davis on the floor. 4 fouls, 15 points. Had his 4th foul at the 10-minute mark to go in the third. Ended up scoring 10 of his 15 in that third quarter.
Eric Spoelstra's really upset. They call that offensive foul. Denied the open shot from the corner. Kendrick Nunn again, wrong place at the wrong time.
89-86. James penetrates, passes to Morris. 4-3 in the tie. Markieff Morris from the right corner. 9:25 to go. 16 off the bench for Morris. The Lakers have wiped out the 14-point deficit. Butler finds Hero at the top, lobs for Butler on the baseline, tippy toes, passes to the corner. Crowder, an answer three, no. Rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Rondo into the corner. Caruso, a wide open three, a miss. Rondo, the offensive rebound. They'll work it up high to LeBron James with 9 minutes to go. Tied at 89. Rondo off the deck, drives. Left-handed layup is good. The Lakers take the lead. Timeout Miami.
That's a 35-21 run by Los Angeles, and Rajon Rondo saw Duncan Robinson matched up on him, and he just put it on the floor, went right by him. The young guards are really hurting Miami with misses and inappropriate fouls.
Rondo with 2 more bench points. The Lakers 41-21 edge on the bench, and the Lakers lead Miami timeout 91-89. 8:55 to go. Fourth quarter, game 3. You're listening to the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
dribble alive. He had Duncan Robinson on him.
Yeah, he had that quick two-step as he was splitting the double. Here's Butler the other way. Gets deep, passes out Olynyk, triggers a three, and connects. Miami back in front with 8 minutes to go.
There's one of the assists from Jimmy Butler. The hard drive, pitch back behind him to get that three.
32 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds for Butler. Rondo driving down the lane, nearly lost it, and it was taken away by Duncan Robinson. Hero comes up with a loose ball with 7:45 to go. Miami 94, Lakers 91. Hero probing inside the arc, now steps back, takes the three, front rim miss. Rondo the rebound for LA. Down floor, Caruso. They send it back on top to Rondo. He'll try for three. It's a miss, and Crowder has the rebound.
Rondo trying to hit home runs right now. He had a dribble drive out of control, quick three. How about we play through your two first-teamers, LeBron and AD?
And how about Miami does the same thing with Jimmy Butler?
Butler will try to bounce it to Olynyk at the top, but it goes off the foot of Alex Caruso. Kicked ball. 7:14 to go. 94-91 Miami. We'll have a lineup change for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma will check into the Los Angeles lineup. Markieff Morris headed to the bench. Morris with 16 of those 43 bench points.
And Kelly Olynyk has stepped up with Jimmy Butler. They need Hero or Duncan Robinson or Jay Crowder. One of them to do the same.
Butler's got it. 6 to shoot against AD. Pass to the right. Hero for three. Buries it. 7 minutes to go. 6-point Miami lead. 8 straight Miami points. Second time today they have withstood a Lakers run. LeBron James will pass to the right side. KCP puts it on the deck 3 times. Pass to the corner. Kuzma for three. An answer. Kyle Kuzma drains a triple.
That bench that K-Dub is talking about has mainly been Markieff Morris and Kyle Kuzma.
Here's a pass from Butler down the lane. Layup is good. Kelly Olynyk on the 11th dime from Butler.
Yeah, and too many Lakers standing around watching.
99-94, Miami by 5, 6:15 to go here in the fourth quarter of game 3. James against Butler, takes him deep, turns.
Travel.
A second travel against LeBron James on the extra step.
He's beside himself. That was a good call by Scott Foster.
LeBron looking up toward us, above us to the giant screen. He wants to see it.
It's an easy call. He took about 7 steps.
Another turnover for LeBron James. Miami with it, 99-94. And Jimmy Butler making a straight line to the basket. Passes to Crowder on top. Crowder will give it up to Kelly Olynyk beyond the arc. Couple of dribbles on the wing, stops it. Had it knocked away by AD. It goes out of bounds with 6 to shoot. Miami keeps.
Miami has got to get a good shot every trip down the floor. They don't have to make them, but they got to get a good shot. They got 6 seconds now on the side out of bounds to get a good shot.
99-94 Miami. Inbound to Butler. 5 seconds left in the clock. Here's Butler, tip of the circle. Passes to Olynyk. Flicks it at the rim. Won't get the roll. He knew the shot clock was winding down. Rebound Lakers. James right side. KCP in the lane. Got contact. Threw it at the rim. No good. Miami foul will put Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to the free throw line with 5:41 to go here in game 4.
Every single time there's a pass or a dribble handoff and a Laker player realizes that he's being guarded by Duncan Robinson, they immediately go to the basket. Foul.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who was a big offensive force in the Western Conference Finals, averaging 11 points per game, misses his first of 2 free throws. He and Danny Green have struggled here in the finals.
19 for 26, right at about your percentage, 73. We've talked about it being a weakness of the Lakers, but you better check out now. AD's hovering around that basket.
Second free throw's good, splitting the pair for KCP. The Laker deficit is 4.
Elbow call. Eric Spoelstra with the call now. I think they're going to want to initiate the offense on that elbow, usually Kelly Olynyk.
Here's Tyler Hero at the top, bounces it to Jimmy Butler just outside the arc. Now Olynyk dribbles once to the right, James covering him, gives it up to Hero with 6 to shoot. Tyler penetrates the three-point arc, drives, hangs, flips it with a right hand, and down it goes.
Back-to-back big-time buckets for Hero. It's been a struggle. He hasn't let it affect him.
AD takes a pass on the left wing, will wheel, fire, roll, no, Tapped out by Caruso to James, who squares for three. Missed it right of the mark. Another offensive rebound. Kuzma couldn't put it back. Miami's got it.
Miami cannot allow those extra opportunities on the offensive glass.
101-95 Heat, under 5 minutes to go. Olynyk gives it to Robinson. Duncan Robinson dribbles down deep, hangs, layup, no. Tapped by Crowder, controlled by Anthony Davis. Down floor, LeBron James. Jump pass to the corner, stolen by Duncan Robinson. Couldn't corral, and it goes out of bounds to the Lakers.
Well, good. Duncan Robinson hustled back. He missed the layup.
Oh, hang on a sec. They're giving it to
they
Miami.
Pointed the wrong way. I think Pat Frere pointed the wrong way. Duncan Robinson missed the layup, but at least he hustled back to get a hand on the ball. But again, that's two huge missed layups this quarter already for the Heat.
We'll check on possession of the basketball on the baseline as we go to break here with 4:40 to go, fourth quarter. The Heat lead the Lakers in Game 3, 101-95. This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and ESPN News as the boys look back to week number 4 here in the NFL East Sunday edition. 2 games tomorrow night and tonight's game number 3 of the NBA Finals.
You need a guy that is willing to take all the accountability and pressure on his shoulders, to relieve some of that pressure off of other guys. And we rely on our young guys a lot. And if you have a veteran guy that you can just throw the ball to in the fourth quarter that's willing to make a play and not be afraid of the moment, that's invaluable, and that's why we got him.
That's Eric Spoelstra describing Jimmy Butler, the reason he's a Heat. That was before Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the time. 32-12-9 for Butler. Miami by 6 with 4:40 to go. Kesty, back to you, Doris and PJ.
All right, it looks like it will be Miami ball. Good eyes, Doris. 13 assists in Game 2, Doris, for Jimmy Butler. 12 so far here tonight in Game 3.
When he has been on the floor, it feels as though he is in complete command of the game, manipulating the defense, whether it's for him to score or find somebody.
We made the point, -3 early this quarter, -5 in the first quarter. -8 without Jimmy.
Jimmy Butler with 4.5 minutes to go. Out on the right, sizes up Kuzma. Step back, 16-footer, in and out. Rebounded by LeBron.
Big shot. He got a good look, and it just wouldn't stay down.
101-95 Miami. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, 3 points together in this fourth quarter. James holding on top of the arc. Passes to Kuzma. Triggers a 3. Off the rim, no. And Butler flies in. There's the triple-double with his 10th rebound of Game 3.
Surprising shot selection there by Kyle Kuzma.
First postseason triple-double in Jimmy Butler's career. Now they isolate right side. Butler backing down KCP into the lane. Dotted line jumper. Yeah, he's got 34.
Yeah, he's not missing that shot 2 possessions in a row.
103-95, Heat by 8. Great feed. LeBron James to Kuzma. Fouled on the wraparound layup attempt. Kuzma gets helped up, and he'll head to the free throw line. Kelly Olynyk picking up his fourth personal with 3:41 to go here in quarter number 4. We pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the NBA Finals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed. Kuzma now will work his way to the free throw line. Back to the basket. Fires a low pass. Crowder, nice save with 6 to shoot on the end line. Over to Butler in the corner. Finds a seam, drives. Fouled hard by LeBron James as Jimmy Butler is trying to wrap around to the other side. It'll put Jimmy back at the line as James picks up his second.
Bud's a little frustrated tonight. He's complaining that Jimmy came into him.
He's got a point. We're watching the replay. He elbowed him.
He led with the right elbow right into the shoulder, underneath the shoulder of James. But Jimmy at the line, it's the first of 2. 35 points, 10 boards, 12 assists, and a must-win.
Has either coach used a challenge yet?
No. Nope. Both available. 3:19 on the clock. Both teams low foul count here in the fourth.
Yeah, the refs have let them play.
3 for Miami, 2 for the Lakers. Butler, one more free throw. On its way and in. 36 for Jimmy Butler.
You know what's going to be important at this end, Kesty? Not just the initial defense. Miami's got to finish the possession with a defensive rebound if they get a Los Angeles miss.
8-point Miami lead, 105-97. James, a long 3, around and out, rebounded by Robinson.
Multiple possessions of trying to make home run plays. Why is Anthony Davis not touching the ball, and why is he spending so much time on the perimeter?
Anthony Davis is scoreless in the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler dribbling along the arc with 2:55 to go. Now to the elbow against Markieff Morris. Takes him baseline. Fadeaway jump. No. LeBron rebounds. LeBron dribbles. Poked from behind by Olynyk, who gets the steal. Miami with it with 2:43 to go.
Nice hustle play by Kelly Olynyk. Runs him down from the back.
Tyler Hero with it on the right hash. Now inside the arc against KCP. Drives him free throw line. Drives him baseline. Cut off. Pass to the corner. Robinson. Tough 3. No. And the rebound is saved by the Lakers. 2:20 left in game 3. Miami 105. Lakers 97.
They're looking for AD this time.
AD has it. Baseline right. Will pass it out to Markieff Morris for 3. Straight on triple is good. How about Morris with 19 off the bench? Lakers within 5 at the 2-minute mark to go. 105-100.
Miami looking for the big shot. Jimmy Butler missed on the baseline, and Duncan Robinson missed a 3.
Butler will give it up to Tyler Hero on the left, guarded by AD with 6 to shoot. Jimmy Butler has it. On top of the three-point line to the free throw line, spins down the lane. Foul as KCP tried to knock the ball out of his hands. Both went tumbling across the baseline. Jimmy Butler looks like he's exhausted laying on his back.
Spacing was excellent. They basically put Jimmy in the middle of the floor. They spread everybody out. He just goes one-on-one down the middle of the paint. And nobody was in help position. That's just an excellent play call from the sideline. Eric Spoelstra's like, man, you're going to take me to the finish line.
And every time Jimmy gets knocked down, he just stays on the floor like an extra 20 seconds, seeing if he can grab a little bit of rest.
Jimmy Butler has played 43 minutes.
32% of Jimmy Butler's points come in the fourth quarter and overtime.
He's 10 for 12 at the line, 36 points working. First free throw, yes. 106-100. His playoff career high came earlier here in the bubble when Jimmy Butler scored 40 points to open up that second-round series against Milwaukee.
How about AD with an assist to Markieff Morris? Markieff Morris has been money for the Lakers.
2 free throws for Butler. 107-100 Miami. 38 for Jimmy Butler here in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Minute 45 to go. Morris on the right, guarded tightly by Olynyk. Will hand it off to LeBron James. Now Butler's going to guard him. James holding, dribbles down to the corner, dribbles along the baseline, got in the air, found Markieff Morris on top for three. In and out. It was halfway down. Olynyk's got it for Miami. 90 seconds to go. 107-100 Heat.
Big-time rebound by Kelly Olynyk when they needed it.
Olynyk in the front court, hands it off to Butler, not before LeBron James tried to pry it away. Now it's Butler driving, Butler hanging, Butler hitting a 40-point Game 3, triple-double for Jimmy Butler. Miami by 9 with a minute 13 to go.
He's been a man all night, and he started from the first quarter and hasn't stopped. The man has been relentless. We talked about 18 drives in Game 2. I don't know how many. He's got to have over 20 tonight. He has been unstoppable.
The last 8 Miami Heat points have come from the most tired man on the floor, Jimmy Butler, with 40 points here in Game 3.
How about this? The only players with a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals, LeBron James, Jerry West, and Jimmy Butler is 2 points from it.
Remarkable. Folks on the score sheet haven't caught up yet. They still have 38, but they don't have the last 2 points down. But it's 40 for Butler, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 1:13 to go. Without Bam Adebayo, without Goran Dragic, Miami trying to hang on here with a minute 13 to go.
They need to do exactly what they did the last possession. Defend without fouling and get the defensive rebound if they get a miss. The last thing they want to do is stop the clock and put a Laker on the free throw line.
I'll tell you this. If they walk out of here with a win, would you start thinking about a zone if you're Frank Vogel? Because you got tremendous size and you can't contain Jimmy Butler.
Lakers will move it to the front court with a minute 13 to go. 109-100 Miami. Markieff Morris to inbound. LeBron and AD are on the opposite posts. Off the inbound, James has it on the left. James driving hard, throws it down for the quick 2.
It wasn't well defended at all, but Kelly Olynyk made a smart decision because he didn't foul LeBron. He got out of his way.
7-point lead for the Heat, 109-102. We're just hitting 1 minute to go here in Game 3. Remarkable performance by the Heat. Can they close it? Hero gets in deep, gets contact and scores. The rookie headed to the line and a chance at a 3-point play.
Doris, you know the quote. They don't know. What does Eric always say?
They don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, I gave the stat about Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter, Kesty. Everybody's aware of that one. The one they may not be aware of, 35% of Tyler Hero's points come in the fourth quarter and in the overtime.
He has 9 in the fourth quarter by my count. And the free throw is good. Make it 8. He's got 8 in the fourth quarter. 17 in the game. Huge 3-point play for Hero. 10-point Heat lead. 54 seconds to go. James triggers a 3 that misses straight on. Butler grabs another rebound. His 11th.
Oh, he's got the 40-point triple-double.
Wow. And Bam Adebayo's next, probably feeling a little bit better with another off day in Game 4 coming up on Tuesday. Here's Butler driving. Out to Robinson for 3. Connects from the right. 32 seconds to go. The Heat by 13.
Less important tonight, that shot. Hopefully he can build a bridge back to that shot on Tuesday.
As Kuzma gets a layup on the other end with 24 seconds to go. 115-104. The Heat lead the Lakers as Butler gets it into the front court. No Dragic, no Adebayo. Everyone thought the Heat might be done. And looking at a 4-game sweep and down 3 games to none. Butler's going to hold the ball here.
And LeBron leaving the floor. Or it looked like he was headed to...
Well, they were, but they have to stay because it's going to be a 24-second violation.
There it is as the clock will have 0.7 of a second on. Markieff Morris will get it inbounds. It's academic. The Miami Heat down 2 games to none without 2 of their top 3 scorers. Get a 40-point triple-double from Jimmy Butler.
And Frank Vogel had to sub guys in because LeBron and AD, or LeBron had left the floor.
There's the horn. Short-handed, a gutty, gritty, maybe a fearless performance. Jimmy Butler with a 40-point triple-double without Dragic, without Adebayo. The Lakers fall to the Heat. 115-104, and Miami's right back in this series.
Well, they jumped them right from the beginning when the Lakers were not ready to play. The Lakers were relaxed a little bit, or a lot, if you will, in the first half. And when they finally turned it on, Jimmy Butler, especially with help from Kelly Olynyk and Tyler Hero, had the answers. And I don't want to hear any complaints about officiating or fouls. They got beat tonight.
No question about it. Could not be more impressed by a Miami team whose culture is about toughness physically and mentally. Didn't let two starters down affect the level of competitive spirit. Eric Spoelstra preaches to us all the time. We are stubborn. We are tough. We are great competitors. We love the process. And the huge plus from Tyler Hero, who got out of the gate so slow. But Mark, this young man at 20 years of age, did not hang his head. He kept competing, and he gets 17 big points. Wow.
I don't think we could pass it along enough when we have these Zoom interviews with Eric Spoelstra, and he describes what's going on in that locker room, knowing two of their top three scorers are out. PJ, they have such belief in themselves, and they showed it here tonight.
People, it's a coach's cliche. They say next man up. It's not a cliche in Miami. That's the way they operate. Jimmy Butler, 10 points in the fourth quarter. Tyler Hero, 8. Kelly Olynyk, 7.
Best player on the floor tonight, bar none, with the two first-teamers looking opposite you. Best player on the floor was Jimmy Butler. Didn't matter if it was LeBron. Send me who you wish. I'm taking us home tonight.
Hey, he's going to be tonight's more driven player of the game. I don't even have to ask you guys. Brought to you by Goodyear, helping you discover the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. What was the time on the clock when Eric Spoelstra brought him back in? Was it like 13 seconds?
No, 54. He had sat for 55 seconds.
Sat for 55 seconds, and you knew he was playing the last 11:05.
Well, when he sat in the first quarter, when Spoelstra, stuck a little bit of rest for him, it was -5. He wasn't out that long then. A couple minutes, it was -5. Eric Spoelstra is smart enough to realize, Jimmy, you can rest tomorrow. Not tonight. We needed this one tonight.
52 points in the paint. There's a team that came here prepared to play from the outset, and it was not the Los Angeles Lakers.
I would like to say Bam Adebayo gets an extra 48 hours to heal. Goran Dragic has not been ruled out either, but